bustin' out the Bentley band, take a member, let's see, I got it back and all these fuck. It's big bags, bustin' out the
Hey friends, and welcome back to another episode of Freedom Friday. This is the last Freedom Friday of 2022. I cannot believe that this is here. I can't believe that, I've done it for not an entire year. I started this in April, but I can't believe I've done it like this entire year. I can't believe I've stayed with it. I really did the damn thing. And so welcome back to another episode of Freedom Fridays, even though I already said that. And so in today's video, we're just gonna be talking about my 2022 end year review. That's really all this video is. So just what I learned in 2022. I'm gonna be talking about some of the biggest things that I've learned this year. I might jump into some habits that I'm gonna continue to carry over into 2023. I'm gonna talk about my my quarter four 2022 goals, what I got accomplished, what I didn't get accomplished. So I'm gonna give a little bit of how I started prepping for 2023 and what I'm most excited for and the areas that I'm looking forward to growing myself in 2023. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're gonna jump into is what I've learned throughout the year of 2022. And when I've thought about it, it's exactly that. I was just learning. I started like a week or two or so ago. I was just sitting there thinking, just literally just deep thinking, contemplating really hard. I haven't really hit too many of my goals for the year or for quarter four. I haven't been feeling like I've done too much. I didn't feel like I had too much to show for, some of the things that I have been doing, or some of the work that I have been putting in. But then once I started thinking about it, I had to switch the perspective. I literally spent this entire year learning. I've learned more this year, about financial freedom and about, myself and learning how to grow in different areas. I learned more this year in this past 12 months than I did the past 24 years of my life, So I had to definitely switch that perspective in order to I don't want to say change my mindset on it, but to just put it into reality, into the situation of what it is. With me learning throughout this entire year, I've been, learning new strategies, new techniques, just different ways to make money, earn money, invest money, grow money, and ultimately the main thing that I've been learning and that I've been implementing was, changing myself. So that way I can start to exude a lot more confidence. I can exude, who I want to be, what I want to become, and then also that can just start to, flow to me naturally. Once I changed my mindset, or I put things into perspective, or put this into a different perspective, I just realized I was learning different strategies and different techniques to legally and properly execute everything that, or execute, all my business needs, all my personal needs, all my financial needs, everything like that, and to essentially execute everything that I hope to accomplish while also maintaining the habits that I've already started. And so some of those habits include, reading 3 books a month, which actually, so while we're onto this, let me grab this. But, maintaining some of those habits. So I already have my 3 books that I'm going to start for the year. So I have How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I also have Badass Habits, Cultivate the Confidence, Boundaries, and Know-How to Upgrade Your Life by Jen Sincero. And then lastly, The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clayson. So that's one habit that I'm going to continue going into 2023. But I just wanted to leave that there because there are some more things that I'm going to touch upon. Another habit, that I want to continue to grow upon and, everything like that, documenting my finances. So it's going to be documenting my finances, paying myself first, being consistent, staying hungry, keeping up with my YouTube channel, because my ultimate goal for this, is to be monetized. I kind of feel like I drifted off a little bit, so let's jump back on. But that is the first thing that I essentially learned this year, is that, I was just learning, and that I realized that I had to be less hard on myself once I got towards the end of the year and realized that I remember in one of my last videos, it was my quarter 3 plan, or my quarter 4 plan, and something like that, when I said, I don't want to enter, 2023 the same way that I entered 2022. And I felt like because I didn't have my LLC yet, or because, I didn't reach my full monetary goals, or, just different things, just different goals like that. I just felt like if I didn't reach those, then I essentially was entering 2023 the same way that I entered 2022. No, not at all. My mindset is completely different. I'm almost completely different, where I'm growing, I'm evolving. I have a clear idea, a clear vision of what I want out of life, what steps I have to take to achieve, what I want out of life. So I might not have the things that I want under my name, or you know, or yeah, I might not have the things that I want under my name. However, I'm not the same person, and I'm not going into 2023 the same way that I'm going into 2022, or the same way that I came in to 2022. The second thing that I've learned this year is that motivation comes and goes. And trust me, I've learned that. That motivation will come and go, but you just have to stay consistent. And now this is something that I've heard a lot. Like, I've heard this from a lot of people. Like, you know, your motivation won't always be there. You won't always be motivated to want to do this or that, but you just have to stay consistent. Like, consistency is what brings you those results. And just from, you know, hearing this from everybody, it is true. You know, like, I went through it, people go through it, like, it's true, it happens. The thing that I learned with this motivation is that, just me personally, so like, I know like sometimes I need downtime. I'll allow myself that downtime, but I've also fell victim to allowing myself too much downtime, or to getting into the habit of having downtime. I realized that I fell victim, or like when I was spiraling, and I don't want to say spiraling, it's a little bad, but when I realized that I fell victim to this, or that I was, you know, in that cycle of not being motivated, and, you know, of down, or in that cycle of downtime, I didn't really get anything done. I wasn't really, you know, consistent. Obviously, I wasn't motivated. You know, it literally limits what you get done. And, you know, once you sometimes I would allow myself to have extended periods of downtime, which wasn't helpful for me at all. You know, so like if I'm, you know, having this extended period of a downtime, you know, obviously beforehand I would have needed a break, but not that long of a break. And now, you know, it's unhelpful in the fact I'm being lazy, I'm not doing anything, I'm unmotivated, and I'm inconsistent. That's not going to help me reach any of the goals that I wanted to reach, or that I am trying to reach. So I definitely learned that, you know, allow myself the downtime, but don't stay down or don't relax too long, or, you know, make sure that I jump back in. And this jumps back to my 4 habits to increase productivity video, the Pomodoro technique. You know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on, 10 minutes off, 20 minutes on, like however you want to break that up, make sure that, like, that's just one technique that'll keep you going and going and going. And that I learned that will keep you motivated and consistent. Once I was able to like realize this, I try to limit how much downtime I give myself, just because, again, I know me, and I know if I give myself too much downtime, I'm just going to get comfortable there, and I'll stay there for an extended period of time, which again won't be helpful for me at all. But yeah, just definitely take what you need when you need. One last thing that I've heard about, you know, motivation and consistency, that is that you can stay consistent but not be motivated, or you can be motivated and not be consistent. You know, it's totally true. And I say that because I fell victim to it throughout this year, you know. So you can have one or the other, you can have both, but always just, you might not be motivated, but just stay consistent. That's all, just stay consistent. This last thing that I'm going to jump into, this isn't anything that I learned throughout this year, but it's more so something that I started doing about a month or so ago. But you guys, I've talked, or I have a video about, you know, rewiring the brain through positive self-talk. So recently, I've just been having important self-talks. So basically just surrounding the topics of, you know, me going harder, how I can make money in 2023, as much money as possible. And then lastly, me thinking of myself as the person that I want to be / am becoming versus who I am now. Now, these positive self-talks have, or, you know, these important self-talks have allowed me to think, what do I want out of life? And then how can I take the steps, or what steps do I have to take to get there? And then also, and not just any steps, but, you know, to be intentional behind everything that I'm doing. So just to like be a little, or just give a little backstory about it. So just a few different ways to make money in 2023. So I have, you know, at a corporate level, a new position that I'm gonna, like, you know, get a license and, you know, try to go for. I'll tell you all about that a little later on. You know, then just getting involved in a few other different industries as like for like passive income. You know, you guys know that I've talked about like drop shipping, so I definitely want to go like a lot harder for that, and go in that and invest more in that. And literally just, I'll save a little bit of this because it's gonna go into the next topic that we're gonna talk about. But yeah, it's literally just allowed me to be a lot more intentional about what I want. It's allowed me to pinpoint, or, you know, be able to just think and see like, oh, this is what I want my business to look like, or this is what I want my life to look like, or, you know, this is what I want in my future. All right, now this is exactly what you want. Now that you have a little bit more knowledge about money and passive income and, you know, investing and like just different things like that, what intentional things can I do to get myself from here to there, you know, and live that life of abundance that I want? So So these important self-talks for me have just been really positive. They've been really good. They've allowed me to just see things a little more clearer and to just have a better understanding of exactly what I want and how I'm going to get there. All right, y'all. So something I've been dreading just a little bit. All right, so let's get into my Q4 goals. So again, I'm gonna jump back real quick. This year I've just been learning. I've also learned not to be hard on myself. I'm not hard on myself. So as I said, I was a little nervous to do this. Let's jump into it. So my Q4 goals. So let's see. Monetary, we're gonna start there. So I did not hit my 2,000 in my Roth IRA. Like, I didn't hit that 2K. But next year I want to max it out. Like, I have the entire 2023. So that's on for next year. My high interest savings, I did not hit my 1,500. However, my APY keeps increasing. They've sent me a lot of emails since I've opened this, so that's been increasing. But I didn't hit those two monetary goals. One active and one passive stream of income. So and with that passive stream of income, that was literally for like drop shipping. I'm under drop shipping profit. So let me go a little bit into this. So a few months ago or so, whatever, AC Hampton, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him or anything like that, but he does drop shipping. I've learned a lot from him. I've taken some free seminars from him. I've never paid for anything like that as of now, but I've taken some free seminars, watched his YouTube videos. I follow him on Insta, all that good stuff. But it wasn't until I actually started to do this that I realized how much money I'm going to actually need up front to get it started. So granted, like, yeah, I knew about the free trial I already knew about the free trial and everything like that. And yeah, I've watched like AC Hampton and like e-commerce king and like a few other different people's dropshipping videos. And I wanted to try to, from what I was seeing, basically they were saying like you can do it with no money. And, obviously I knew that I would need a little bit of capital behind that, but I didn't realize how much capital I would need behind that. Just being totally transparent, with Christmas time and then that, like, and then paying myself first, everything like that. Like, that could have been me paying myself first 100%. I didn't. I paid my high interest and my Roth. So but that's not anything that I'm letting like discourage me. Not anything that I'm letting deter me. Like, dropshipping is always going to be there. Dropshipping is still something that I'm interested in making money on. So 2023 is definitely up. Like, I'm definitely going to figure that out. And I'm already saving up the capital that I need to go ahead and get that started. What else? Taking risks. Let's get into that. So taking risks, y'all. I guess I can put that dropshipping one into, taking risks. I didn't do that. So that was a risk missed. Another risk that it's not necessarily missed. I still have the option to do it, but it's not, to me, it doesn't seem like, financially smart. Let me say that. But, sports betting, that's like now a thing here in Maryland. It's now legal and everything like that. And, I saw my cousin, he was making hundreds of dollars one Sunday night when we were, having a Sunday dinner and just making a bunch of money. So like, and actually two of my cousins. And so like, I thought about, and a few of my other family members. So let me say my family. So like, I thought about it, but then I'm just like, I can't, like that's like gambling. Like, I don't even gamble. Like, I couldn't imagine. But then I'm just like, I feel like this is a risk. Like, it's money that can be made. Like, I don't have to bet a lot of money. I can bet a little bit of money. But again, that's just like a risk that I missed out on. It's not like it's over. It's not like I can't, go attempt to go do it, again. But as of now, it's just something that was missed. Documenting my finances. So let me tell y'all. So this is something I try to do it every day or every other day. It was at one point, it was bad. Like, I dropped the ball on documenting my finances. No, and it took me a while to catch up. Like, I don't want to say it took me a while, but it took longer than normal for me to catch up. I missed maybe like 3 or 4 days that I didn't document at one time. Listen, do that from here on out. I need to make sure it's done every day or every other day. Like, at the end of every day or at the end of every other day, because playing that catch up was, I don't want to say it this way, but that was time that could have been allocated towards something else. 3 books monthly. You see, I already have my books right there that I'm ready for 2023. And reading books monthly is not something that I'm giving up on. Creatives. Let's see. I had one paid event. I had another one, but the lady, like, had one. Let's just leave it at that. We know how people are. The AM hit. So this is something that I'm actually really upset about myself with, because my first AM hit video, like the prerequisites and like what to expect, came out almost a year ago, and I still don't have anything posted for it, like an actual workout video. I started to plan it again as usual, and I stopped. And so like I don't know why that happens. I'm not really exactly sure. One thing that I do know though is that whenever I start to do this and I realize how much goes into creating that workout, I start to get like a little discouraged, and I start to overthink and, you know, just think like, is this right? Is that right? Is this gonna flow? And that's the biggest thing. Is it gonna flow correctly? And then also the type of the type of hit workout that I'm doing, I don't want it to be like anything else out there. I don't want it to mimic anyone or copy anyone. And I just feel like the route that I was currently going, I wasn't copying, I wasn't plagiarizing, but it was similar. And, you know, I know in this whole, you know, entrepreneurship and, you know, financial freedom and everything, you know, if you see someone doing something, if you see it works for them, just figure out how to make it work for you. I understand that. But I just didn't want it to be like very similar to anything else. And so that video hasn't been posted. It's planning, you know, it's planning, but it just hasn't been posted. And that's one thing that I'm actually really bummed about, especially because that is something that, you know, in the future I want to be my main stream of income. Like I want the AM hit to literally fund my life. I want it to be, you know, what I wake up and, you know, I need to worry about this. Like I eat, sleep, and breathe the AM hit for a certain few years of my life until it can run itself. And then YouTube, a weekly vlog and a Freedom Friday. Again, like, you know, just like this year, like I don't know. It was just something that I wasn't really too consistent with. I need to be, because this is a business. Like, how else do I expect to get monetized? And another way that I wanted to go ahead and do this was to participate in Vlogmas. I literally only did 1 week of Vlogmas, but it was the week leading up to Christmas. It wasn't, you know, a video every day or video every other day or anything like that. So y'all, that's literally my quarter 4 goals for 2022. And like what I went over, what I was able to get done, what I was able to do, everything like that. So, I mean, yeah. So let's get into this. So this bad boy is something that I wrote a few months ago. Just something that I literally just wanted to accomplish throughout the year of 2022. It's a list of things, totally completely different than anything that I put up here, but I really stuck this bad boy on there. Let's go ahead and get this open and let's see what's going on, and let's see what I accomplished for my 2022 goals. Oh, and by the way, check out my Vlogmas video. Okay, oh my gosh. Woo! So I have a business goal, a personal goal, and savings goals. It's a few of them. Actually, so some of them are, you know, what's on here, but so the business goals, I wanted to have 2 LLCs, my holding company LLC, the ACM brand. I don't have that as of yet. ACM Creatives LLC. So just to keep it a buck, like I don't have it. But about it, I'm not willing to put in the work to grow ACM Creatives. Point of, you know, I don't want to do events for the rest of my life. I don't want to do events for a long time. That isn't, like, literally for me, it's literally just a side hustle, just a way to generate some extra income, not anything for me to, you know, do it forever. You know, now granted, like, you know, doing the events, like, it is something that I like, I love it, you know, but it's just not something that I see myself doing forever, and it's not something that I don't want to invest that much into it, like, not at all. But I definitely know that I want to use ACM Creatives to fund other businesses or like other side hustles. YouTube monetization, I thought that I would see that within well, since April when I started. So I thought I would see that within the year of 2022. I did not see opportunities a lot clearer. I think I do. I think depending on the opportunity or like what it pertains to, I now weigh my pros and cons with that, instead of just being like, oh no, like, or instead of just, you know, being approached with something or like seeing something and just being like, no, bye, you know. Now I'll weigh the pros and cons and I'll actually give it some thought and think about, you know, if it can benefit me positively. Lastly, for the business goals, 2 streams of income, 1 passive and 1 active. Now, if I'm just going based off of this, I guess I do have that. I have ACM Creatives, and then I have 2 active incomes. I work at the gym, I still teach classes, and I work at the bank. But if I look on this, I don't have it. So it really just depends on how it's being looked at and like what list. Y'all hear Rocky? What's he doing? And then my personal goals. I want to be mentally stronger and resilient. I feel like I've definitely reached that. That was my speaker cutting off. Passionate and empathetic. Most definitely. And that leads some of the things that I'm focusing on in 2023. But more passionate to be empathetic. That actually goes to me being kinder to myself and then also to my friends and my family. The thing that I've done that I know for a fact that I've done, I have impacted 10 strangers positively. And I made this before the summer even started, or like before the summer even started. And just from when I started my new job, just from like the training and the people that I met, it was 8 of us, including me, in training. That right there, I already hit 7, and that's not even me just saying that just based off of like what I feel. I wasn't taking, you know, impacting 10 strangers positively based off of my feelings about it. It's based off of, you know, what they were telling me, or like what they perceive of me, and you know what they got from me, you know. So that actually made me feel really, really good, and that was actually something that I shared with that entire group during our trainings, and like, because we all formed like a really good bond, like a good relationship and everything like that. But yeah, that I definitely just had to share that, because that was something that actually really meant a lot to me, as I just want to just be a little softer emotionally, if that makes sense. And then lastly, for my personal goals, I wanted to stay consistent. And now I will say that I have, you know, as I just mentioned, times where I give myself extended periods of downtime, which, you know, obviously shouldn't happen. That's not the best. But for the most part, this entire year, I have literally been consistent with everything that it is that I wanted to get done and everything that it is that I want to do. Some things might come a few hours later, or like a day later than I wanted, or I might have missed, you know, a few Freedom Fridays here and there and everything. But for the most part, I really feel like I was consistent, and I definitely feel like I've grown a lot this year. And then lastly, my savings goals, it's the $2,000 minimum in my Roth IRA and the $1,500 minimum in my Bass Bank high interest savings account. I didn't hit either one of those, but you guys did see in my last video where I got. Now, I'm not going to post that again in this video, or like any updates as far as numbers, just because it's not my intention. It's not my intention to, you know, keep giving numbers and like make it seem like I'm ever like, you know, boasting and bragging. Now, granted, like I don't want to say I'm not making tens, because I am, but like passively, let me say, or like on my own, I'm not making like tens of thousands of dollars and like, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and like, so it's not, obviously it can't be bragging in that way or anything like that, but I'm also still just like a regular person, and you know, this is still very public. I don't want people to just be able to see me like out at work, or like see me out, you know, a night on a town, and you know, think they can just do whatever, anything. No, or think I got all this, because no, I'm trying to build up to all of that. But yeah, so that's it for, you know, my 2022 goals. One final topic before I go ahead and let you guys go, or before, you know, we get one final topic before we get out of here. So 2023. So as of now, like while I'm filming this video, as of now, I don't have any goals per se that like, you know, I want to hit this and that by the end of 2023. I don't have any of those goals as of right now. However, I do have 4 areas in my life that I want to work on, or that I want to improve, you know, and that starts with creation, money, family, and health. Literally 4 areas I want to grow. And so just going a little further into those. So what was it, like a day or 2 days ago, I was on Instagram and the Shade Room had posted you know, a little word search thing, and like these 4 words of the year, or the first 4 words that you find is going to be like your mantra for the year, or mantra, whatever you want to call it. And so mine were literally those 4 words: health, money, creation, and family. And it was just really, and so like whenever I've seen like those things or whatever, I don't really pay them too much mind, like, as I felt like they've never really resonated with me on a deeper level until this one. Because before I did that, I already knew the 4 relationships that I wanted to improve in 2023. My relationship with my family, my relationship with my health, my relationship with my money, and my relationship with my creations. Like that I already knew. But so once I got that, that was just like what? Like, God, is that, wait, God. In 2023, when it comes to creation, I want to create my AM hit, you know, and really get that going. I want to create more on YouTube. And then like, I'm also like a very visual, like I'm a very visual person. Like I'm a Virgo, very visual. And I have a lot of ideas and stuff like that. Like I've done a few things here or there, or I've started to do things but never finished it or never posted it. But like, no, I need to tap into that a lot more. Like I'm happy when I do that stuff. Like it's fun. Like I need to create a lot more. Second, money. My relationship with money just needs to increase. And when I say that, first, I need to start living below my means. That's number 1. And then 2, which I'm trying to start doing. And then 2, I need to grow more. Like streams of income is what I mean. You know, I need to make more money. You know, like granted, like being at the bank and the gym, like they suffice me 100%. Like I have no worries with that. However, I just need more money, you know, like to live the life that I really want. After that, health. So ever since I started working at the gym, like I still teach at the gym, but I teach less and less just because my schedule changed, and I work out less and less because my schedule changed. And I have been thinking about in 2023 signing up for CrossFit. For anybody that doesn't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but it is like it's way different than HIIT, but it is like an intense style of working out, and it's a huge investment. It's a huge investment, and so that's one reason I'm like, you know, this is something that I'm actually like really thinking about. A few years ago, I've done a trial session with that CrossFit center, and so it was really good. So I'm definitely thinking about actually now going and just signing up. It's down the street from my house. The hours are amazing, and I'll be able to get it done before work. So that'll be good. And then lastly, my relationship with my family. And when I say my family, I mean myself as well. And then it's also like my really close friends. Like my relationships aren't bad or anything like that. I just always feel like whether it's a relationship with yourself, relationship with you know, a romantical relationship, you know, a family relationship, just you know, just any type of relationship, I just feel like it can always be improved upon. And that's just what I want to do with my family. And again, like there's nothing bad, nothing, you know, anything like that. But then again, every relationship is just very important, and I don't know how much time I have with my family. I love them dearly, and I just want to have the best experiences that I can with them and just live the best life that I can with them. And even though we already do that and everything, when I say build relationships with my family and my friends and everything like that, I just mean because I'm becoming a lot more softer and I'm becoming, you know, empathetic and stuff like that. I just want to share that side of me, you know. So friends, that was my 2022 year-end review, and year review, however you want to say it. But no, I actually really enjoyed this. It felt good to like, you know, be back in front of the camera. It felt good to like share all of that and to like get all of that out. I'm really excited to see what 2023 has in store for me and for all of us. I hope that, you know, you guys are working towards your goals as well as I am. I hope you guys are continuously learning, as we all should be, because how else do you grow? How else do you improve? How else do you evolve? I'm sorry, how else do you evolve? You know, so definitely just make sure that we're doing all of that. And this is what I'm doing, and this is what I've done. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my first year towards financial freedom. I was going to say my first year on YouTube. My first year towards financial freedom. This has definitely been a journey. It's been a great start. I just can't wait to see what else, you know, life brings, what else, you know, my financial freedom journey brings. I can't wait to share it all with you guys, and I will see you all in 2023. Peace, friends.